We made it to another end of the week, you guys. It's Friday. It's the fan forum. It is the Highbury Squad live again. Lockdown series, volume 2, episode 21. I have no idea what I look like when I did that, PG, but I can imagine. Welcome back to the show.
Hello.
So I don't know, but welcome.
We need to think of something that I'm going to do the same every time. Hello.
Amazing.
Oh.
A fighter jet flies over my house the minute we go on air. Can you hear it? Amazing.
There's always something going on in LA.
I'm telling you, there's always it's La La Crazy Land. And Kevin Campbell, Super Kev, welcome back.
Well, listen, I've got to say, after I got off the show yesterday, I've got to tell you, I felt absolutely amazing. I can't thank you enough, Sophie, and everybody in chat. It was brilliant yesterday. You really shocked me, really surprised me, and I love it. And even you, PG, with your beautiful message. Thank you so much.
She sang to you.
What? I sang. I don't sing to anyone. As the ref, I nearly called him his name. The ref said, I don't have the best voice. Right, so I couldn't be on last night, and now I so wish I could have been on because it was incredible. The referee segment was brilliant, and the way he explains it is we argue all the time about penalties and stuff like that. He generally is right, I have to say. But when we got down to the memory lane bit, I was watching late this afternoon. Oh, my life. It was, I thought she did a brilliant job. I always go the wrong way. She did a brilliant job. That was fantastic. And I really enjoyed it. I know you did, but I loved it because it's my era. It's our era, isn't it? So I was like this. And I was like everybody in chat. They really loved it. I saw all the comments on YouTube, Twitter. Everyone's gone mad. They love the ref and they love what Sophie did. And honestly, it was just absolutely fantastic. It couldn't work for a better person.
Oh, it was amazing. And you know what? Conor McRudden, you're right. There's a lot of love in this chat. I live around the corner from the Emirates, but I'm a depressing QPR fan. How amazing is that? And, you got Amesy and Mask Gunner and Newman and, everyone, Taib saying hi to each other and checking in on each other. You're right, Connor. And you know what? You might be a QPR fan, but you're welcome in our room anytime. So thanks.
Absolutely. We love everybody. We'll talk to any football fans. As long as they don't give any stupid abuse, we'll talk to anyone. Yeah. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah. Mask Gunner, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one.
Happy birthday.
Hey,
where's the dress? Where's the dress?
Stop it now.
Yeah, I actually think I was better than Marilyn Monroe, if I have to say.
Right, there you go.
Were you wearing a dress like that when you were singing, PG?
I haven't worn a dress in about a year because of bloody lockdown. I went out last night. I popped out to the petrol station. I went in my car and drove.
Well, nice one. Good.
Honestly, just amazing. Popping out after work for 5 minutes.
You know what I did? And Michael's happy to have you on tonight. Thank God you're on tonight.
So
how cute
nice.
Is that? Good evening, everyone. And Pablo says, Sophie and Casey are always ace, but love having all three of you here. And everyone says they deserve it. And guess what I did the other day, PG? I mean, Casey might not want to hear this, but for yesterday's show, I even wore a bra. Because I had to put a white shirt on. It's the first time I've worn a bra in a year.
Unfortunately.
For me.
Honestly,
for me.
Not only did she wear a bra, she wore a dicky bow. I mean, I'm serious.
Yeah, brilliant.
She's a proper chick, isn't she? Wearing a bra.
So good. Well, look, it's your show today, you guys. So you get to ask us anything, remember? And we're waiting for MK to come on. She should be on in just a few minutes. We've got two. Yes, it's so lovely. And I know, wearing a bra. Go on, Casey.
Can I ask the people in chat a question?
You can ask them whatever you want. You're super Kev.
Do they think we should do more shows like that yesterday? Because I think that was special. Real special. And for anybody watching, photos. This is what my family say. Photos are like a time machine. They take you back to that time.
Kev,
So
I've got a really good idea. What about if people in chat find the photos that they want you to talk about from your era of playing? Doesn't have to be only Arsenal. Could be how do you say it? Trabzonspor. Trabzon. Where else do you go? Cardiff. I don't know where you've been.
Cardiff,
Everton,
West Brom, Leyton Orient, Leicester.
Yeah. So we could do a show where people send us photos, and you have to talk about it if you can remember the game.
I think I'll get the better photos than them.
Okay, so I'm so tired I didn't send our guest the link for the show.
Oh my God. Do you know what? She puts a bra on, but she forgets to send the link. I love it. I'm just so professional.
But do you know what, PG? Here's the truth, PG. She worked so hard on that thing yesterday. I think she just spent all your energy spent.
I did. It was emotional.
The problem is I don't think she can top it. That's the problem.
We'll try tonight.
She's gone too early. She has gone too early.
A little bit like,
too early.
And what Arsenal player would that be, PG? Gone too early. Who would that be?
When I'm talking, when it's your 50th this year, I'm taking over the show. Me and Kev are taking over the show when you're 50. I know it's going to kill you because you're a control freak, but you'll know nothing.
I know. That's wow. Everyone wants me to free. The bra thing's really kicked off, by the way. So yeah,
free Sophie.
Free Sophie's boobs.
Came on thinks I gave way. TMI.
I think people are leaving the chat.
They are. We've actually made people leave the show. No. MK, let's bring her in from Arsenal Los Angeles. Okay, and there's a really great question, Taib. I'm not going to forget it, but we'll do it towards the end of the show. So hold the mayo on that one, and I'll let the guys know what that is. Here's our girl.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. It was a great show.
MK.
Hi, Kev. How was your birthday? How was the rest of your day yesterday?
Listen, let me tell you something. Because it's COVID, I had a wonderful day yesterday. Sophie done something special for me. But do you know what? Because of COVID and all these restrictions, I'm going to stretch it out until December.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm going to make it stretch.
I was so disappointed. You need to do a countdown. Hello, MK, by the way.
Hello again.
Nice to meet you.
Great. I love the hair. Have you done something different with your hair? It looks fab.
No, not really.
Yeah, I brushed it today.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't brushed my hair for days.
Brushing
Me
hair.
neither.
It's just growing.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry I forgot to send you the link. It's just been a bit nuts.
Worries.
So thank God you were in chat because you're you're always with us and making great comments. And we did the stateside show together a few months ago, but wanted to get you on this one because I wanted to highlight some American Arsenal women today who've been doing great things and are voices out here. You've been part of the Arsenal tours when they come out. You've done stuff with the lads at the local as well. And you are really just so knowledgeable. And I love your questions always and your comments. So I know you have the floor, MK. It's all you now.
So I think I sent you a couple questions.
I didn't tell them though, because I don't like them to be prepared.
We don't know anything.
Very good. No. All right, so I'll start up with a fun bit of a non-football one. So we're lucky to have such an amazing supporters group worldwide, and a lot of those supporters are also quite famous. So who is your favorite notable Arsenal supporter that is not Piers Morgan? Go right ahead.
Oh, right, mine is easy. And it's my hall pass.
Oh, the laminated fives come out again, you guys. It's Friday.
Here we go, yes.
It's Idris Elba. And let me tell you something funny. We spoke about this last week. Carl came upstairs and all he heard was me say, hall pass, Idris Elba. He didn't hear the rest of the pod. He just heard me talking about it. He goes, I just know what you're talking about. So, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good answer.
Idris.
Mine is a dear friend of mine, actually.
Thanks, Kev.
On fire tonight.
I said a dear friend.
I'm just a friend.
He's celebrity chef Ainsley Harriott.
Oh, is he a gooner?
Big gooner.
Know that.
Oh my God,
Massive
I love
gooner.
him.
That's cool.
Massive gooner, yeah. Yeah, used to come to Highbury and stuff. Used to come to Highbury and everything, yeah, and stuff like that.
Kev, get him on the show, Mike.
MK,
No,
he's like
no,
a Guy
no.
Fieri.
Leave it
for us.
alone.
So
he's the British Guy Fieri.
He's like a Guy Fieri, like one of those guys on, the GG when he does the Triple G, like Antonia, those chefs. Like he's
got it.
Really kind of really well known and stuff like that. Who's mine? Mine is Martin Kemp, I think, for me, because a bit of Spandau Ballet. Always believe in your soul.
You've got the
power to know
you're indestructible.
Always believing.
And MK, we haven't even been drinking yet. I mean, this is what we get. So
no, I like it. Full of energy.
Yeah, good question. We like that one.
Yeah. I would say mine is Sir Lewis Hamilton. He has been officially knighted. I'm a huge F1 fan as well.
Sorry,
Nice.
I've just got. Sorry, Kate. I'm not going to interrupt you, but you've got to go back to that comment. So
I know, but people are telling us to stop singing as well. I know.
No, I don't care.
I'll go back. I'll find it.
Sorry, MK. Who was yours?
No, go ahead.
That comment was funny.
Yeah.
I can't find it now. There's been. Oh my god, this one's funny too, though.
No, it's
not. I knew someone was going to say it too. I knew someone was going to say that.
Pramod from India got in
He
there
attends
with that
one match, and now he's a fan.
So what they said, Casey, if Soph can't find it, is that yours is Lee Judges.
Lee Judges.
No, hey, by the way, I've got to tell you this. MK, right?
Yeah.
Probably the most surprising gooner that I found was Nelson
Lee Judges.
Mandela.
Oh, is he?
Oh, wow.
Was Nelson Mandela.
Oh, we've
And
got
not-
Really? That's awesome.
Not a lot of people know this,
No.
but he used to call me sometimes after games.
Wow.
Wow.
No,
oh my God, you've got so up in my estimation.
Yeah. Hold on, wait there 1 second.
Bye.
Oh
Thanks for coming.
How has he not told us this before?
I don't know.
I can't believe
It's
it.
a big
That is
reveal.
unbelievable.
This is when we met.
Closer, Casey. Oh
Right,
my
closer,
god!
closer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when we met out in South Africa, just after he got let out of prison. And we met him. We went on a pre-season tournament out there, swapped numbers, and sometimes he used to call me after games and say, "Well done." But I always kept
hold on.
Oh my god, I'm blown.
He had your phone number.
Because, no. How's he going to ring me if he hasn't got my phone number?
Hold on a second. Did you have in your contacts Nelson Mandela?
That's ridiculous.
Now, hold on a minute. Do you reckon I'm going to put Nelson Mandela in my contacts? I had N-Man in my... So nobody knew who he was.
When the phone rang, though, did you just go, "It's Nelson Mandela"?
No, it was my home phone. Because there was no real mobiles and that around at that time. And then, obviously, as time started going on, he got my mobile.
Oh, my God. So what was he like on the phone? Did he go, "Hi, Kev, it's Nelson"?
No, he just he was really excited about, when you win the game. Hey, that was a fantastic game today. You won.
Oh,
it wasn't no hello, Kevin. It was, we won today. It was
hello, Kevin.
Hello, Kev.
Hello,
Manchester.
No, none of
Okay.
that. None of that.
You always continue. Everyone is saying, like, you continue to blow our mind. And seriously, that is unbelievable. Did not know that.
When we start covering our South Africa trip, I could tell you more.
Okay, we're going to do that because we're going to do more of those shows.
Planned, so that's just was there.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's great.
After yesterday's show, you guys, we were talking last night with the gang, and we were saying how we're going to bring you like singular game experiences. So, like KC in the European final or the semi-final, like the Cup. Just look at one game at a time, and he can take us through it. Through his eyes and stuff like that.
Or the run-up, that European.
The run-up, yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Stefan says it's the best name drop ever on the show. And I'm not sure we're going to ever be able to beat that one. Ever.
No.
Yeah. What a picture. All right. Back to you, MK. That was a good one.
Yeah,
I'm blown away.
I'm still reeling from just to be able to talk to such an important, historical figure who's done, wow. So second question's a bit more of a football one. And it's a kind of a two-parter because it plays off of it. So do you think, first of all, that it's unfair for Champions League teams to drop into the Europa League given the discrepancy in budget, because obviously they have more television rights? And related to that, how do you feel about the addition of new UEFA tiers? And do you think that it's kind of ruining the importance of domestic cups around Europe because of this chase for money?
That's a really, really good question. Kevin, what do you think about that? Or do you want Kevin first, then PG?
No, I'm happy to go on that one. I think it's. I don't think it's a problem with clubs coming down, solely because a lot of the teams who get dumped out miss out on big revenue. And whether we like it or not, it's all about revenue for these clubs. That's why Arsenal are so desperate to get back into the Champions League, not only for the kudos of it, but because of the revenues it generates. And if you do get into the group stage, then you drop out, you lose a significant amount of revenue. So if you can then drop into the Europa League, not that it's not guaranteed that you're going to win it either, but it does generate other revenue. But it can be harmful, obviously, to domestic cups. Of course it can, because it stretches your squad. And we've seen it hurt certain teams in the past, and it's hurt us in the past before. So fingers crossed that we could do well in that trophy and win it. But when you're in the Champions League and you're in it regular, you need that money. So I think it's fair game.
PG, what do you think?
Well, it's interesting actually, because the Champions League is discussing whether to put 6 in there. And I just went, this is a farce, because it's not the Champions League. You might as well just rename it to something else. Unfortunately, MK, it's all about money. That when we were in the 80s, how old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you, MK?
I'm 32.
Yeah, so 20 years is So when we were watching Kev play, or even earlier before Kev was playing, it wasn't about money. It never was. It started when Sky TV in England came in, the Premier League came in, and it all became about that. We had, what did we have? The Cup Winners' Cup. We had
the UEFA Cup.
UEFA Cup, yeah.
European Cup. It was only the best went in the European Cup. Now you're telling me 6 are going to go in the Champions League. We can't call it the Champions League. It's a joke. So really, I think we should have one competition. That's it. One competition.
If we're honest,
put 8 teams from each country in it. I'd go for it. I'm sick of
PG, that's coming anyway. The Super League is coming.
Then what's going to happen to the Europa League? I mean,
no, the Super League is going to break away
from. It's going to be like the Premier League. It's going to be like Syria.
Listen,
it's going to be
a lot of football's dead at the moment with all this crap VAR and stupid rules that I cannot believe. You can dive bomb someone and not get sent off, but you touches your leg and you get sent off. I need to write the laws.
Leave it alone.
All right, I'm still vexed. I said I would be till Friday night, but to me, MK, I want. I would just like one European Cup. One. It's perfectly fine.
I love the old competitions, MK. I love how it used to be. The intensity of that one-off game, those European nights, they were really, really special. Kev played in one of the greatest,
knockouts
for the Arsenal, the knockouts, and they meant
2 legs knockouts.
But money drives everything now. Look what they've done, the way they expanded the Champions League. Now top 4. Instead of it just being the champions of each country, I think that takes away and took the sting out of what it really meant. And I would love for the Europa League to actually flip the switch to compete with the Champions League and take on that old school format, because I think it would add a lot more importance and intensity to the Europa League as well. But as we all know, money drives everything. So it's a shame that it's kind of gotten to this. But like Kev said, like with the Super League coming in, there might be rule changes to both of those competitions. I mean, the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, all of those. I mean, there was just, you wanted to win it all. And as a fan back then, it didn't matter whether it was the European Cup, the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. You just wanted, and the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, Kev, was so special too, because it was like the winners of like Copa del Rey and everything, right?
Yeah,
like,
all the FA, you win the FA Cup.
Yeah,
all the cup teams were all put together, And whoever you got, you played on a home and away leg, and that was it. Winner, you go through. And it was such a great format. But and we've seen money rules everything for these people now.
And that's what I was trying to say. It all changed, didn't it? Early 90s. Because I'm not being funny. If when we were at 89, and I have to mention it every time, but it wasn't.
Everyone, take a shot.
Take a shot. 89.
I mentioned 89.
So can you imagine, MK? You've won the league in the last minute, and you get 9 minutes of coverage. That's all we had. We were on for 9 minutes on ITV. Well, it was ITN then or whatever, and then that was it. So now, if someone won like Man City won the league in the last minutes at their ground, which was not as good as ours, they went on for days and days about it.
Yeah,
every angle was covered, every fan was spoken to. It's just all changed. So there's plus and minuses because, as I said, there was 9 minutes or 10 minutes after the game in 89 because it wasn't like it is now. We'd have had days of this. It would have gone for weeks. It would have, but
That's a good question, though. Nice one, like that. All right.
Yeah, it's also related to a poll we had on our Twitter account on Arsenal LA. I asked if over the next decade, would you rather get 1 UCL title or reach 20 FA Cups? And the overwhelming majority of people said just the 1 UCL title, even if it meant 0 FA Cups. And I think that there's probably some American bias in there because I think for a lot of American fans, it is more about the European game. And I just thought that was an interesting question to kind of show. Because I think if you asked that even 10 years ago, it would have been very different.
So either 20 FA Cups or 1 European title.
One champion.
Yeah, either or.
Do you know what, Kev? I'm going to disagree with you here. I would go for the Champions League title. We've never won it. So we've won the FA Cup. I want to win the Champions League before I die.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see a Champions League as well, for sure.
Newman.
But yeah,
I would take the Champions League too. I would. I mean, it would be amazing.
No, Kev wouldn't.
All right, okay. What else you got for
All
us?
right. So the last question is back to a bit more of a fun one. So I grew up in the New York City metro area, and my neighborhood had a huge Greek immigrant population. And so I was spoiled with good Greek food and good Italian food, two of my favorite cuisines. So, opa. So what is your favorite Greek dish? If you have one, I would love to hear it.
Oh my God, how much time do we have?
I think we just better leave it to Soph.
This is Sophie time then.
Okay, the most amazing. I wish I could take all of you guys in chat right now and all of us for a meze. When you sit at a table for a meze, and it's like Greek people, food is the secondary part. The first part is the hanging out, the chat,
the chill,
the time. I never forget when I first moved to America. I was like, why do people eat so fast? Why are they clearing the table? I mean, what is happening here? There's no like respect for the time of the food and what it means to just be sitting at a table with people. So for me, it is always going to be a meze. You cannot beat it. It is just full of love.
And a meze is mixed food, isn't it?
You got a bit of different
dishes.
Yeah, hot meze, cold meze. We say meze. She says meze.
Yeah.
We just Holland. We say meze.
I love the meze. I love it. I've been brought up with a lot of Greek people. Know a lot of Greeks. Mario and the boys, Terry, Theo, and all the boys
they love you.
Around Green Lanes and all that. You know what I mean?
I can't
Green Lanes and that. Yeah, man. So listen, I love it all. Don Mardes. I love it. I love a lot of the food.
You can't not like Greek food. Halloumi, for a start. I live on halloumi. Have I even said that right, Greek?
Yes, you did well, PG. I'm proud of you.
How about Spanish copita?
I love lamb shish kebabs and Greek salads and halloumi, and that's the sort of thing I eat anyway, weirdly. But unfortunately, their bread is one of the best.
Taramasalata,
yeah, but I can't eat it.
Tzatziki.
All the dipping.
MK, why have
you made me so hungry.
No,
oh my gosh. And you mentioned spanahobita with a little bit of Greek yogurt or tzatziki. Oh my gosh, it's the spinach pie.
It's spinach pie, yeah. And with the white sauce, the tzatziki.
Yeah.
So MK,
tzatziki,
MK, you said you're from New York, so I'm
Yes.
Jewish. There's a large Jewish population there, isn't there?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So you must
yeah.
go to the delis. And so what's your favorite?
Yeah.
Do you ever go to the delis?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Chicken soup, chopped liver, salt beef.
Love
Yeah,
chocolate
Not
soup.
compare with the Greek
a good
food.
pastrami. Good
Yeah.
pastrami, yeah.
Oh, I had some
For
pastrami
sure.
sliders last
Pickle,
night.
rye.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
The
a bit of
excellent
well, we say
bagels.
smoked. Yeah, well, we say bagels, but yeah, it's bagels over there. But
Mhm.
smoked salmon, I think you call it lox, don't you?
We do call it lox. Yeah.
We do.
Never been a fan. Never been a fan of, fish
love
with
it.
breakfast.
MK,
No,
before you go and we get our next American Arsenal woman on, tell everyone how you became a Gooner and why you became a Gooner.
Sure. So I was playing, we call it travel soccer, which is like the more competitive, and we call it soccer. So I was about 10 or 11, and, I was just kind of getting into watching the World Cup at the time. It was 1998. And I'm French in heritage, so the United States was bad. So a lot of Americans tend to cheer for their heritage in the World Cup. So like, Italians cheer, that kind of thing. So obviously Henry was on the team. And then about a year later, he joined Arsenal. And there was actually, I think it was the Sun or one of those papers that had a joke that said the Arsenal team won the 98 World Cup because there were so many Frenchmen on it. So that's kind of the way I found out about Arsenal. And Arsene Wenger, like me, is Alsatian. So that was cool as well to have someone from that part of France be so prominent, and what he did for the modernization of the Premier League and just the fitness routines. And, there's a lot of credit to him for the first half of his tenure for what he did with Arsenal. I know that he had an unceremonious departure in many respects with the fan base, some of the fan base. I don't belong to that part of the fan base, but so yeah, that's kind of how it happened. It was a bit of a struggle to watch it in the early 2000s. I had neighbors that had like satellite TV, and we would watch the Premier League or whatever you get, because a lot of my neighbors were from around the world too, just because we were right by JFK Airport. So a lot of people worked for the airlines. It's a very international part of the country. So and
Very
I think
cool.
probably by 2006 I was watching more regularly because it's easier to do so.
Very cool. I remember
Nice.
the cover of the Daily Mirror. You remember Piers Morgan was the editor then, and he did the headline "Arsenal win the World Cup," and it's Vieira and Emmanuel Petit on the cover of the newspaper. That is a great story, and you came loaded with great questions, and you did something that no one's done yet. You managed to get something out of Kevin that none of us knew, and that was the Nelson Mandela moment. So kudos to you, MK.
Well, thank you again for having me on. And,
always.
I look forward to participating in chat and your next guest.
You and we'll get you back on when we do another stateside show, nighttime in the States and stuff.
Thanks,
I
MK.
completely
you,
adore
darling.
you.
Oh, it's been brilliant. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, love.
Welcome,
Bye.
babe.
Oh,
Awesome.
What great questions. Great
Right?
questions.
Great questions. Are you guys ready for some more?
She even made me get up from my
She
my
did.
spot.
Who has
Get
ever
off my
done that?
spot.
so we get a guest on, and then you tell us you know Nelson Mandela.
I mean, crazy.
No, I'm not going to tell you, am I?
No, obviously.
You sing one thing and you expect the world.
And let's be sure to post these. Everyone enjoying MK being on the show too. We love doing this, you guys. This is one of our favorite shows of the week, where we just get to connect with you and we hand over the reins. It also means that we don't have to do any prep work, which, let's be honest, is lovely. Okay, I'm going to bring on one of my next, my other favorite Arsenal women. She's just getting started out in podcasting. I love her voice and her knowledge and what she's trying to do. We're here to support her however else we can. She's an LA girl as well. And it's Jess from She Knows Arsenal. Jess, welcome, babe.
Woo!
Hey, Jess.
Hey, guys. Hey, Highbury Squad. I'm so excited. I was enjoying the show so much and enjoying MK. We have so much in common. We're both 32. And we both played like growing up. So the whole time she was talking, I was like, yes,
Hold on.
That's awesome.
Hold on. You're 32.
Yeah.
You look about 22.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh my God.
PG,
She's got great genes.
PG, don't you
feel
see
old.
it? Don't crack, baby.
I know.
Hey, everybody
Oh my
in chat. Thanks
Oh
for
my
having me,
God,
you
her
guys.
voice, your voice is just amazing. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, this girl, she's going to be smashing it in the podcast scene as she
You know-
grows and stuff like that.
She looks a bit
Adore
like
her.
Pippa, doesn't she, Kev?
Yeah.
You know who Pippa, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
she
take
does.
it. I love
does.
Pippa.
Yeah, you do look a bit like Pippa. So where are you from, Jess? What part of the country?
I'm from LA originally. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm out here out west. So yeah.
Just before you ask us the questions, let everyone know how you became a Gooner.
Yeah.
Where did it all start for you?
So similar to MK, this is why I was back there like, yes, girl, I understand, because I played soccer ever since I was like 6. And I started to really get into watching. I was watching the US women. That's pretty much the most coverage that we would get. And then my mom, she's really supportive of me. So she was like, okay, we need to find more soccer to watch. So we started watching a little bit of MLS and a little bit of Mexican soccer, like the Mexican League, because that's all they would show us.
Yep.
And then they started to show the bigger EPL teams at the time, which was Manchester United and Arsenal. So actually at first, for a couple of days, I was actually a Manchester United fan because that was the only team I had ever seen before. And then my mom was watching one day and she was like, Jess, come here. And I was like, okay, what are we looking at? And she was like, oh my gosh, look at this team. I think they're called Arsenal. And look at that Thierry Henry. He's amazing. It was so funny. And then later on, we found out that it was Henri, but all she could see on the back of the jersey was Henry. So we were so excited about it. And honestly, for me being African American and usually being the only Black girl in my class, the only Black girl on the team, seeing a team full of Black players that were really good was really influential to me. So ever since then, Arsenal was my team, and that's how I started to support.
Love it.
Fantastic.
Aw.
Fantastic.
Absolutely love it. What
Can
a
you
great
just
story.
Can you just go now? You're too stunning, honestly. I can't have you next to me.
No.
Oh my gosh, she's so stunning.
Shall I swap our boxes over?
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. Put Kev down here.
Oh no,
No.
we love it. Absolutely amazing. And I love the story as well. Such a great story. Casey.
That's my mom right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her in the chat.
What's her name?
Oh, wait, where's your mum?
Renee
Rena.
Black. She just said, I love him. She's right there. Renee Black. Yeah. You just
Let me
put up her.
Oh, Renee Black. Awesome. Hi, Mum. How are you? We love
Hi,
you
Mum.
too. You did a good job. She's awesome.
Hey, I've seen your mum in the chat before. She's good, man.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
as well.
She knows
lovely.
more than me. She watches more than I do, and
We
I
should get your
consume
mum on
a lot
as well.
of games.
All right, she's going to have to be on the next fan forum. That's done. That's a deal, Mum. You're on the next. And thank you so much for introducing.
Everyone's
your
saying hello
wonderful
to your
girl.
mum in chat.
Yeah.
They should. My mom's the bomb. She's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, well, you're the bomb, so you must have come from a bomb place, right? So you got a baller mum as well. She did good. All right, what you got for us, Jess? What 3 questions do you have lined up? Remember, you can ask
let me
anything.
get my questions out here.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So I put this out on Twitter to see kind of what people would think, and now I'm excited to see what you guys think. So my first question is there a scenario where we can finish lower than we did last season? So we finished 8th, right? Is there a scenario where we can finish lower than we did last season in the league and still be closer to where we want to be as a club?
Let me go.
Yeah.
Go on, Super Jeff.
Yes, there is. Because what's happened in the transfer window that's just gone is players who needed to be out of the football club are out. So now we have a free run. Mikel Arteta now has he's sort of got a squad now that he wants to take forward. But obviously, he doesn't have the window of a summer to plug all the gaps that need to be plugged. I know the Arsenal fan base want us to be up there challenging and doing all. Unfortunately, we could do it, but with this squad, I don't think we will. So even if we finished where we did or around there as we did last season, I still think we'll be a bit further forward because there's not players we need to get out of the club, and then they've got that wages pot to go into the summer to recruit more players. I think it's really important.
PG, what do you think?
No. The thing is, you are. I can't think of the word. Sorry. You're thingied on your progression. What's the word I'm looking for? Your
progress, making progress.
Yes, yeah. I mean, if we go down in the league, that's not progression. Progression, because the FA Cups are the odd games here and there, and anyone can win any cup. But the league is where, oh my God, I've got brain fog at the moment. The league is where you're judged.
It's where you're judged, right?
The word judged.
It's where you're judged.
That's where you're judged. That's where you're looked at. That's where you're, they go, who's third, who's fourth. And what will happen is, Jess, if we do finish less, it will be all the Emery lot will come out and go, well, what's he done better than Emery? And it'll start all that off again. At the moment, I think this season is very strange. The whole world, and I'm not even being dramatic, is very strange. We can't call it. We don't know who's going to win it. I don't think he'll be judged on this year. Every game at the moment, every few days we're playing, it's ridiculous. Every team is. But no, it won't be progress. It will be next season. When life, hopefully, if we get back to football in August, fans get back, we get back to a normal season, a bit of normality, that's when he'll be judged. Okay,
so I have, as you guys know, and someone just put it in here, of course it was Newman that mentioned it, but Emery got sacked for
this is what I mean, Jess. This is what I mean.
Right. So Emery was sacked because of where he was in the league, right?
No, he wasn't sacked because of that, Soph. He was sacked because he was sacked because he totally lost it. He totally lost the dressing room. He totally lost the players. That's why he was sacked, not because of where he was.
But our league form was rubbish, wasn't it? It was getting to a point where they weren't playing for him anymore, so he had to go. You're right. Okay, so he was sacked. Either way, he was sacked. And his league position, and you could argue his league record, is superior to Mikel Arteta. I think the difference is that now where they do there's a plan and a process in place, supposedly. But you have to say out loud, and without wanting Jess to say, I want Arteta out, if he does finish below 10th and we don't win the Europa League, is that where Arsenal Football Club really want to be?
No, but
then you say to yourself, look at Manchester United showing faith with Ole and not firing him. And look what he's been able to do for them. Gets them up the table, got them into the Champions League last season. Now they're challenging for the Premier League. So I think for me, it's always been from the beginning of the season, Europa League. That was the only way I ever thought we'd get back into the Champions League as well. So it would be really disappointing if we finished below 10th and we didn't win a trophy.
But remember, the question was, is there any chance if he finished lower than he did last season, but the club would progress? And I believe there is, because just looking at the league is one thing. There's a bigger picture to it all.
I know, but how can you call it progression with better players like Partey and Gabriel and infusing ESR and Saka without...
let me explain.
All right,
let me explain. The key to having progression sometimes is by subtraction. The fact of the matter is, we would have been in a lot better situation if those 4 players who were on their way out wasn't at the club. We got them out in the summer, but we never got them out. And we get them out at a time where we can only really make the moves next summer. So here we are, we're going with kind of a skeleton squad, right? Lacking certain players. And everybody thinks we're just going to hit the ground running and go and do it, finish a lot better. Maybe we have to retrace a little bit to move forward. That's my point. And if he does do that, I reckon he's still going to get the time to build what he sees.
How can you judge anyone this season in a pandemic with people quarantined? We didn't have Aubameyang because he was quarantining, not because he was ill, because he had to by law. So you can't judge him. I can see people in chat are completely disagreeing with me that they're going to judge him this season. How can you? How can anyone be judged judged in any job this last year and now. I'm sorry, you can't. Next season, yeah. If we're still like 9th and 10th and we're failing, then maybe he's not the right man for the job. But I will not judge that till 21, 22. That's for me.
Okay, and then Jess, everyone wants to know what you think. What's your opinion? Answering your own question.
I think it's I always go back to, I think we all understand the history of Arsenal and what's expected of Arsenal as a club, because Arsenal has been such a big successful club for so long. But I think at this point we have to separate the club's history and the club's expectations, or the expectations of the club, and separate that from the team. This team is not an elite team. It's not a top 4 team. It's probably not even a top 6 team. And that's because, over the years, we haven't acted like an elite club. We haven't, so I can't say that if we don't finish in 6th or 7th place, or, that we're not making progress, because kind of like what Kevin said, it's a complex situation that it's more than just the numbers. To me, it's about what are we doing on the outside of just the results. So, I'm more looking towards next season. I think if we don't progress next season, then we have to start really asking questions of Arteta, because he doesn't have as many distractions. But if, let's say, we continue to play the way we're playing in terms of like our eye test, seeing Saka grow, Pepe grow, we're playing free-flowing football, we're still the number 2 best defense in the league, all those types of things, and we finish 9th or 10th, which is really realistic, looking at the table at this point and seeing that those 7 games really hurt us. They hurt us very badly. So if we were to finish there, but we still were playing the way that we were playing, and maybe we did a deep run into the Europa League, I would think we're progressing. Is it disappointing? Yes, but because we're as a club, we expect to do better. But this club the team is nowhere near top 4. It's
West Ham are above us. I think if we get to December, November next year, and he's still in 10th, 11th, then you can start asking some major questions about whether or not he's the right guy.
I think that's fair enough.
That's fair.
If we start the season and life goes back to a bit normal in August, then I totally understand that. I won't be happy if they're 10th or 11th, but I'm not judging him this year. And I'm not someone came up and said PG's making excuses.
Yeah, and you know what though, PG? I actually now believe Amesy is your attorney. I think that she would stand up for you in a court of law and defend you. Even if you rob someone blind in front of her, she would say, there's a reason why PG did that.
She's got your back. She's got your back.
She's got my back. It's so nice. Thank you, Amesy.
Yeah, well said, Jess, as well. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, well done, Jess.
Yeah, good one. All right, what else you got for us?
Okay, so I'm hoping that this question is going to show me who you guys really are. I think I know you guys, but we'll see based on these, based on the answers. So knowing that Arsenal doesn't have a lot of money to spend, knowing we've known that, and no fans in the stands, we're struggling financially. We just had to take out the loan. If this summer, let's say Barcelona was to offer us 75 million for Martinelli, and Bayern Munich was to offer us 150 million for Saka, which one are you selling?
None.
Curveball! What a curveball! I need a.
Hey, you're wicked. You're wicked.
No,
Jess.
I'm not selling either.
I love it.
I'll sell him.
You have to sell somebody.
We'll sell him from the Highbury squad.
Oi, leave me alone. You're going on loan.
No one wanted me. I'm still here.
Oh my God. They are her questions. I mean, whoa, that's a curveball. I wasn't expecting that
Great
one.
questions.
If we had to choose, if I was forced to choose, it would be Martinelli. That's it. Yeah.
Vinny Vieira is barking and he's
he's fuming.
He agrees.
Jeff, he usually loves you, but he's like, did she actually just say out loud selling Saka and Martinelli? And I said, yes, Vinny Vieira, she did.
I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd put a Martinelli jersey on Bellerin and try and sell him. Try and sell Bellerin over there, because I don't want any of them to go. But if it was going to be one, I'd keep Saka. I'll keep Saka and sell Martinelli.
I mean, if we're floundering around 8th place, next season, if we don't improve, the big boys will come calling. for at least Saka at the moment. I can see it, so, and they would have to offer us like crazy money for him. We wouldn't give him away for anything, but I just wanted to know what you guys would say, because we're all so attached to Saka, but 150 million, who else are we going to sell?
Right? Yeah,
No, I wouldn't sell him.
But you know what? He's the
I
kind of
wouldn't
player,
either.
he's a once in a generational player that you build around, and then you use the other assets as much as you can to get what you need. So, for example, this summer, I would happily have Bellerin leave Arsenal Football Club. I love the guy. He's been wonderful. He's a great humanitarian, but if Barcelona or PSG want to offer us 25 million, let him go. Then you make up some of the small money like El Neni, 5 million euros, maybe Chambers because he's British. You could get maybe 5 million from like a Fulham or a Newcastle for a player like that. But Saka is the type of player that you hold on to for as long as you can. City would never sell Foden. United would never sell Rashford, and Villa are going to try and hang on to Grealish. And we have to start thinking in our minds that Saka is that guy for us and our team.
Franchise player.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, and also we have to think, like you said earlier, Jess, about us not thinking like a bigger club and acting like we're in the game. And if you want to be in the game going forward and support Arteta, you do not sell. If we sold Saka, the sky would fall. The rain, the thunder would come, the world would end, and we'd be sucked into this oblivion that Arsenal fans could never, ever recover from.
Hayland would never be the same.
Ever.
Hayland would never
You just
be the
don't
same.
do that.
The
You
hybrid
don't do
squad
that.
would never be the same either.
No.
We'd just be distraught.
But it's a
That was
great
good
question.
A good
Because
I hope the
question,
next one- I hope the
but
next
we are
one's
going to be
easier.
better. But we are going to be better next season as well.
Would we even trust Adu, to reinvest that money into the squad? Like, do we actually trust them to do the right thing if we were to get 150 million for one of our players? That's a big question
think
too.
So. I think
I'm
so.
going to let KC. I'm going to let KC take that one first, because I think after what we saw in January with them shipping out the deadwood, I trust him a little bit more now. Kev,
Yeah,
agree.
Jess, I think they've got a really interesting plan, and getting rid of those players who were big wages. Wages was a very big problem for Arsenal Football Club, because you're paying these guys a fortune, but they're not even playing on the pitch. That's not good. So in order to recruit more players, you've got to have that space on the wage cap, whatever. So getting them out is so important. Now, don't forget, there's going to be free transfers, players that are running contracts down, etc. That Arsenal will be, trust me, they'll be doing their work in the background to try and secure these players in the summer. Right. So this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping there's no more lastminute.com when Arsenal fans are waiting there for transfers. I want the business to be done early. I want the bodies in the club, and I want Arteta to have a full pre-season with these boys. And I know it's the Euros, but to get the players in and sign them early, because it's so important for us as a fan base to see him plug in the gaps and building a squad.
Totally agree. I agree with that. It's a good question, though, because you have to be put out of your comfort zone to think about how do we rebuild, but I think the main components are Partey, Gabriel, Tierney, ESR, Saka, Martinelli. Even Laka right now is a key component. And then the rest are up for grabs. I would say even Aubameyang for me at this point. He's got to earn his way back in. And if Mikel Arteta does not start Pepe tomorrow in that left side position and chooses Aubameyang, I think that would be a mistake. But we'll get to that at the end of the show. All right, Jess, what else you got for us?
Okay, so my last question, let me pull it up really quick. Okay. If you had to pick one Arsenal player, past or present, to invite to your dinner party, who would that be, and why would you pick them?
Just one.
Just one. You can only pick one.
Ooh.
Mine
would be Dennis Bergkamp. I've never met him, and I've met most of the. Well, I haven't met Omri, but I've met most of the others, and I'd want to sit and talk to Dennis Bergkamp. I probably wouldn't even talk. I'd probably just stare at the Iceman and just thank God I saw him live grace our pitch. I've had dinner with him, so I can't say him, but yeah, Dennis Bergkamp for me.
It's a good one.
Well, For me, let's see. By the way, when you asked about Martinelli and Saka, I had this flashback of the movie Sophie's Choice. Have you guys ever seen that, where Meryl Streep has the two kids and they're like, you have to pick,
choose one.
just to choose one of her kids? My heart sank. I mean, literally, sorry, I'm having palpitations because it's not gone yet from that question. It kind of left me shook a little bit, which is good. It's good, Jess. Very good. 300 plus strong in chat right now. Thanks so everybody for joining us. We got Jess on here from She Knows Arsenal. Go give her a follow. It's our lockdown series, episode 21, and it's the fan forum. You can ask us anything. I'm gonna pick Lucas Podolski.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
it would be.
We did this show, Jess, where we did icons versus cult heroes, legends, and all that type of stuff. Lucas Podolski is one of those guys where he kind of became a little bit like Arshavin, like an icon in a short space of time because of Arshavin at Liverpool.
He bought in.
Into the culture, everything.
Yeah.
And still to this day, he trolls Spurs, which I love.
I mean, that too.
Yeah, it's so hard to pick one Arsenal player, but if I'm going to go for one, I'm going to go for Lucas Podolski just because I think it will be a riotous evening.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
For me, after yesterday, it's got to be Rocky.
Oh yes, yeah.
For me, it's got to be Rocky. I never got the. When you never got the opportunity to even say goodbye or anything like that. He just got decimated by the Hodgkin's lymphoma. So it would be Rocky. And we'd have a laugh. I know the tunes he likes. I'd put the tunes on he likes. I know that. And, he was such a lovely and fun guy. It would definitely be Rocky, for sure.
Also, where are you? Hold on one second. I never said Podolski was a legend. I said he was a bit of an icon because he fell in love with the fans and he grew a rapport. So calm down, Enda. All right. Just go have a cup of tea. All right. Everything's good. Jess, who would you choose?
It's so difficult to choose somebody. I think honestly, as much as I want to say Vieira, I'm not going to choose him. I'm going to choose Jack Wilshere. And I just feel like his Arsenal career was never that's not how it was supposed to end. And I really would like to talk to him about that and get the insight on like what it felt like to be. I think he was supposed to be iconic, and his career just was, decimated by injury. And I would just want to talk to him about it, like from start to finish, all the injuries, what it felt like to be, supposed to be like an England legend, never really made it. Arsenal legend, never really made it. What it was like towards the end of his Arsenal career and ending up having to go to West Ham, then to be released and then picked up by Bournemouth. I love Jack Wilshere. I don't have very many. I have favorite Arsenal players, but he's probably up there top 3 for me.
He was our Jack Grealish. He was the guy, and unfortunately injuries just killed him,
Here's one for you. That's a really interesting choice, Jess.
Yeah.
But here's one for you. Do you reckon Jack Wilshere was protected enough at Arsenal?
No, I don't. And I don't think he was protected enough by England either. I think both on both sides, he was overused because he was so exciting as a young player. There's a really cool picture that goes around every once in a while of Jack Wilshere. I think he was 16 and he was like playing like juggling the ball with Cesc Fabregas, Nielsen, and somebody else. And he was so young, so confident. And I think that his confidence made people believe in him a little bit too early. And that's why when you see Arteta protecting ESR and trying to protect our younger players, Arteta was there. He talks about it, about how Jack Wilshere was supposed to be more than what he is today. Even Cesc Fabregas said that out of all the Arsenal players that he knows, he would have been on Barcelona. He could have played for Barcelona. He could have been a superstar, so I don't think that he was protected enough. And watching Arteta do everything that he can, even in the press, to tell people just to let these kids grow as they should is encouraging for me, because he recognizes that if players at a young age get overworked, that's how they end up, you know, and
That's a good, it's a good take for sure. I mean, it's really unfortunate what happened with Jack and stuff like that. KC, you got some votes. You got some major votes in there. Where are you taking everyone to dinner? You taking them for a mezze? Hey,
listen, I'll take them to Mama's. Mama cooks some rice, some peas, and some jerk chicken. We could do it all, man. We could do it all. Trust me.
I love it. I love it.
I could guarantee you one thing: we will have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's what life's all about.
That's right.
And who was asking? Let's see. Where did that go? Because I'll let you know. Where did that go? Right here. CCP Media. This is Jess from She Knows Arsenal. Give her a follow. She's on fire tonight, and we're having a lot of fun. Do you have another question, or have you done all three now?
Those are my 3 questions.
Oh, do you have a bonus question you want to ask us?
I got a question for Jess.
Go on, then.
I got a question for Jess. Jess, if there was one game that you've seen in the past that you could attend, which game would it be? Back at you.
Honestly,
Jess.
if I had to attend one, the battle at Old Trafford, for sure.
Yes.
100%. I would have loved to have been in the away end. That's why I was about to pick Vieira, because I'm obsessed with that battle. Him and Keane. Yes. Iconic. I would have loved to see it in person. The type of tackles that they were putting in, insane. Like things that you can't do now. You literally can't even touch anybody now.
No.
Back then, you got a free one.
It was free one. Yeah,
and it was like as soon as the whistle went off, you didn't even see any football at all. All you saw was bad tackles, people rolling around, those big melees that would happen where everybody would run up to each other and all the pushing stuff. Yo, that's where I would have needed to be there. I would have loved to have been there and just standing there, just that's it. Iconic.
So those 2 games at Old Trafford, right? PG. We talk about the Wiltord goal, the Overmars, the Van Nistelrooy missing the penalty.
Yes.
I mean, those days were just the best days. And
Sophie, hold on a minute. You got to get back to the first one.
Which one?
The one where Limpar scores.
Oh, yeah.
The real fight, the real battle.
What year was that, Casey?
That was 1991. 1990, 91 season, because we won the league. No, because we won the league, remember?
Yeah.
And we got points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We got dot points and we still won it.
I needed to be there when Ray Parler and Martin Keown bopped Van Nistelrooy on the top of the head. I would have needed to see that.
Sent off for that. I mean, that would never there'd be red cards all day long.
It was
in that moment. It was just the most awesome moment. And you're right, Aslan. The game has gone soft because those battles were unbelievable. And Keane, when Roy Keane talks on Sky about Arsenal, he hates us so much still. I don't know if you guys saw a recent interview with Ryan Giggs, but he goes, I hated Vieira, I hated Parler, I hated this. It's like Kevin, it's like hate.
Of course it is. Because they're your biggest they're your biggest rivals, and you know how good they are.
Do you remember?
You know what I mean? They when they beat you, you try everything, and that Arsenal team beat them. And came on their patch. It's not as if it's at Highbury. They went on their patch and beat them. It was too much to take.
Do you remember in the tunnel, Kev, with Neville and Vieira and Keane and Vieira and Neville went in Keane when if you're going to pick on him, you talk with me.
Why don't you pick on me? Why don't you
pick on me? And then he comes out and he crunches Vieira. He crunches Vieira. He doesn't even get booked. That was at Highbury. I went mental. We all went mental because if that was Vieira, it'd have been off. Honestly, it still happens to this day with us. But
good. Well, listen, Jess,
you guys. Just really quick, you've seen the documentary with Vieira and
fantastic. That was fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant.
I think they've got a mutual respect for each other. If I'm
honest, they do.
Yeah,
you grow that. Listen, MK, I know you're in chat. So we forgot to get your prediction for Villa. So make sure you let us know that in chat and I'll read it out. mate. And Jess, you've smashed it on your Highbury Squad debut.
Yay, well done.
Well
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. This has been awesome.
You'll have to come back.
You're going to have to come back and let everyone know where they can find you. And MK, we didn't do that. So make sure we'll put it in chat and then we'll read it out. But Arsenal Los Angeles for MK, and then we'll give you her personal Twitter handle as well. And then here we go. She's given us 2-0 to Arsenal. And make sure you get your Twitter handle for us, MK, sweetheart. And then we'll put that up as well. And Jess, tell everyone where they can find you.
So on Twitter, you can find me at It's Jessinho. It's at the bottom there, I think, on the screen, but can't see it right now. But it's at It's Jessinho. And then we also have the Twitter page for
Jessinho. There we go.
The show on YouTube is She Knows Arsenal. So you can find me on Twitter at She Knows Arsenal. And then if you just go, I'm actually on Tanner's channel. He's the bearded gooner. So if you just go to YouTube, I love Tanner. He's awesome. Tanner. And he's so sweet for letting me use his platform.
Yeah.
And so if you guys just want to find She Knows Arsenal, you can go onto YouTube and just type in, or you could do hashtag She Knows Arsenal. You'll find all my content there. And yeah, that's it. Find me there and follow me and let's have fun. Yay!
Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome. Well, look, you smashed it today. Well done. Great job. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
and we'll
you.
always be here to support you, okay? And we'll chat football very soon.
Nice meeting you. And say hi to Mama.
Yeah, hi, Mama.
Hi, Mama. Your
You've got
turn
a gorgeous
next.
daughter. She's not coming back. She's not coming back.
Stealing her. All right, Jess. You take care. Take care, sweetheart.
Bye, Jess.
Bye.
Thank you, Jess. Bye. Bye.
Amazing. She's a total baller, as is MK. 2 great women out here in LA doing the Arsenal
what good
thing.
Questions as well.
Right?
What
They
good
both
questions.
absolutely smashed it and loved it. And I think Newman just wrote and said that he's never coming back here and he's going off. Look, you know what, Newman? You're in a timeout still from earlier this week. So
Newman's in love.
He's in love. But no.
I think we should ask in the chat, who would they want to go out for dinner with? Me, Kev,
okay,
or you?
No, so Taib asked earlier, what is the one thing we each love about each other? And then we'll do the dinner thing. Wait for that, you guys. Hold on 1 second. What is the one thing we each love about each other?
Who's going to go first? You want me to go first?
You go first, Kev.
I'll go first. What I love about Sophie is that she's so thorough in what she does. Always organized, always ready to get things going. I love that. I love about you, PG, you're bloody mental. Just like me. You're mental just like me. You don't agree. And when you have something in your head, you stick to it and you stick to it for life. So that's what I love about you two. That's the quick anyway.
Look, Mike's saying he costs a lot when you go out to dinner, Amanda. So I'm just saying we'll get back.
me and Mike went to a very nice restaurant.
What about you, PG? What's the one thing you love about us?
I love you, so for the support, for the well, there's not only one thing. I love loads of things about all of you, but I suppose just for who you are as a person and the fact that we've been together for 3 years, and we've got each other's backs. We argue like cat and dog, but we've got each other's backs.
We're like sisters.
We are really like. I haven't got a sister, so I've got a brother, and we don't really argue. But yes, I love you to pieces, and what Kev says about you is true. You're very thorough. You're brilliant at what you do. I cannot believe you've not been picked up by a TV station or a news channel in America. To be honest, I think you're absolutely.
Let's build this one. Let's build this one.
We're building this one.
Yeah, what
you two have done when I'm not here is just fantastic.
PG, can you address Michael? Love you guys. Second best Arsenal content on YouTube. Michael.
Whoa.
Which was
I
the
wouldn't
first?
admit that, Michael.
Anyway, no.
Let me
PG,
finish.
carry on.
And what I love about Kev, I think one word with Kev is humanity. He's just a fantastic human. You are like me. You'll say what's on your lung is on your tongue. You're like me, and what you see is what you get. And I just think actually both of you have got a lot of humanity. And I hope that you think that about me as well, because what you see is what you get with me. I do not act one bit. I cannot tolerate that. But yeah.
All right. My turn now, right? So by the way, Osteoman here says, love Sophie's hats, Kev's straightness, and PG's smile. That's a very good one, by the way. And we could hang out with you guys all day too. This is why I go into Sophie time, because I just want to hang out and be on YouTube all day long, really, just talking to people, especially in this time. Casey, I said it all last night. I mean, if you guys missed the show, please go catch it. He is, to have a legend like him on our show, and the fact that we can connect you guys to talk football with him all the time is unbelievable. He makes time for everybody. And this guy lights up a room without even turning on the light, because he is the light. And, you know, we love him. PG and I he's the best. He's like a big brother. And I can't even begin to say more things about him. I mean, pick all the superlatives.
And you know, though, so if you know that if we ever got abused or attacked on Twitter, that he'd be there.
Oh yeah, he always has. Always has.
Not standing for none of that. No.
And he's our family. He supports women, all women. I see him all the time. What, Love Island? This is nothing like Love Island, is it? Not from what Amanda tells me.
Hold on, I got a text.
Hold on, I think Ender's having a drink. I think Ender's drinking. I think.
Yeah,
I got a text.
And
you probably don't know what that means, though, Soph, do you?
No, I don't.
Do you not watch Love Island?
Well, they have it here, but I've never really watched it. And PG, she's my sister from another mother. I mean, you know, we really are like sisters. We can have a real massive fight and then we'll just move on. We're always honest with each other. We don't sugarcoat anything. If we're pissed off, we say it. If we're happy, we say it. But we always have each other's back and we support each other. And no matter what happens, at the end of the day, you know, Highbury Squad's like a family. So, Taib, that was a really great question.
Yeah,
and it's really just we love it. We love what we do, and we love doing it for you guys. And these guys are amazing. So, yes. Now, PG, what was your question? Who's taking who out to dinner?
Oh, yeah, I asked them to say who would they like to go out for dinner with, one of us.
Well, Mike from the Gooners podcast said you're too expensive to take out to dinner. Casey always pays for dinner, doesn't he, when you go out? So you guys, answer us real quick. If you had to pick one of us to go to dinner with, who would it be?
You've really sold me. You've really sold me, haven't you? A very expensive princess.
Listen, I'm happy with a souvlaki. You could just get me a pita. I'm all good. I'm all good.
You know what's funny? Okay, so let's ask them this question.
Vinny Vieira, they're choosing.
Vinny Vieira.
I would take you out for chicken soup, salt beef, latkes, bagels, roast chicken, all that. Kev would take you out for jerk chicken, rice and peas, and she'd take you out for souvlaki, rice, halloumi, pita, the lot. So what food do you want to go out?
It's all mixed. It's all mixed. You've got a lot of Casey, and then sorry girls, it has to be PG. Sophie, because I'd prefer to be in LA and not London.
True.
There's one that wants to take us both out to dinner, PG, and I can't find it right now.
Hello.
Who wants to?
Who's that?
All of you, but Virginia's a bit. Hey, have a mixture of characters like my mum. I love that. Oh my
we
God,
could be your mum. I could be your mum.
Be most of your mums.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Other than Newman, I'm sure PG and I could be your mums. But that's good stuff, you guys. What a brilliant show today. Let's get stuck into.
Newman wants to go out for Jewish food, so I win with Newman. Motzers.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. What do we think about tomorrow, you guys? It's like and are we doing a post-game show tomorrow? Because it's like 4:30.
No.
It'll be in the dark for me. Maybe I'll do something. But Casey's working tomorrow. He's covering La Liga.
You're working for La Liga.
Yeah. Okay. What do we think, PG? What's happening tomorrow?
Well, we never do well at 12:30 ever. I'm sorry, we just don't. I mean, I may be a bit dramatic there, but I can't remember us ever doing that brilliant. I'm going for 1-1. That's what I think, because we just don't do well. And I want us to come out like we did at Wolves. And I'd like us to stay away from anyone in the penalty area and just dive bomb anyone that's got the ball in the penalty area, because you're only going to get a yellow card.
I think we're going to beat them. And I think the way we started against Wolves Obviously, that got derailed because of incompetent VAR, etc., etc. I agreed with the penalty, obviously, but you didn't need to send him off. But
No.
I think we're going to hit the ground running. We've got 11 players on the pitch, and the feeling is still going to be good. I think we're going to beat them. We saw the way West Ham played the other day, and I just think we've got better players than West Ham. We have, and I think we're going to beat them 2-1.
I feel for you, Teddy, but you're lucky. 6:30 for you is 4:30 for us here in LA, but we do it. We're crazy. Mogamout thinks, whoa, 4-1. I don't like the fact.
I'll take that.
I know. I don't like the fact that they lost. Should we be worried about this, that they just lost?
Well, we lost.
I know, but we lost in very difficult circumstances too.
Yeah.
So mentally, I hope we're going to be prepared. And
we might be more fired up because we're angry about what happened. And I know, sorry, just going back to that, I know that you were talking to the ref, God, I nearly said his name, about this last night. But yes, I am really pleased Arsenal did that because I know they didn't win, but to say to them, do you know what? This isn't right. I'm sorry, this isn't right. As I said the other night on the post-game Wolves show, I actually don't blame the referee. It's the laws that are wrong, not the ref. Yes, he should have given Saka a penalty. Okay, refs make mistakes. But the people behind VAR could have overturned that decision against Luiz. You can tell I'm still bitter, can't you? I'm just so angry about it. And does anyone know how many games he's got? Is it 1? Is it 3? I don't know how long he's out for.
I don't even think I know yet, and I guess I should, but
Leno's got 1.
3 for Leno, right?
No, 3 for Louise. 3 for Louise, I think.
No, but it's Leno's got 1. My dad told me Leno's got 1. So
Leno's got 1 because of it was innocuous.
Wasn't dangerous.
Yeah, but I think because Louise has been sent off already, I think he's free.
Do you know what? I do feel, and I know Arsenal fans say this, and I don't ever agree that we don't get the decisions like other clubs, but sometimes I do feel hard done by with VAR and with things. I know VAR's come to our help sometimes, but I do feel we just get some decisions that other clubs wouldn't get. Sorry, I know you've discussed this.
No. I mean, there are definitely issues. And no, we're not. Sophie time would go on longer, but yes, we have gone over. And I think, I don't know. I fancy a draw tomorrow. I think it's gonna be like
That's
a 2-2,
1-0,
but 2-2. I would love to win that game. We're playing away. I think they'll be revved up. And Villa, they're on that slide. We've had our slide earlier this season, Kev and Amanda, and they seem to be on that slide. They had these 3 games in hand. They've lost. They need to win this one, but we need to win this one desperately, especially after losing in the fashion we did at Wolves as well. And good evening, Malaysia, as well, by the way. 5 a.m. in the morning listening to us.
It could be worse.
What could be worse?
You could be a Tottenham fan with Mourinho in charge.
What did he do to our good friend Alison Bender last night?
It was a disgrace, by the way. That was a disgrace, by the way.
Apparently, she's put on her Instagram that the Tottenham PR spoke to her after, and it was all
Simon.
sorted.
Yeah, Simon's a good guy. I've met Simon.
She's fantastic. Listen, she is, and what he said to her.
Let me tell you something. He didn't need to dismiss her that way.
No.
All he needs to say was, listen, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that question. Right? That's all he needs to say. The way he dismissed her was wrong. Very wrong.
Yeah, but can you imagine any other manager doing that? I can't imagine anyone
doing that. Such a shitty thing to do, and he does it a lot. His treatment of women sometimes is questionable. Let's be honest, okay? And there was no reason. He just tried to embarrass Alison, and Alison is a amazing professional, a great journalist. She's a good friend of this show as well. And for him to do that, that was just the wheels are coming off. You guys, he's starting right.
But we don't want him. We don't want him to leave. As I tweeted last night, we want you to stay. We want you to stay.
Jose Mourinho.
We want you to stay. So we don't really want the wheels to come off yet. Let them get there. Let them pass them first. And the fact that West Ham are they the top league in top London side team in the league?
Can you believe that? David
I told
Moyes,
you
West Ham.
This season, you can't. It's just mental. It's just mental.
I know.
We could go out there at Aston Villa tomorrow and win 6-0. It just could happen. We are due a game where we are going to hit 5 or 6.
Someone's going to get smashed.
It is. Someone's
From
going to
your
get it.
mouth to the football gods ears,
From your mouth
PG.
to God's
I like
ears.
that. I like that very,
I'm
very
not saying it's going to be tomorrow, but it's going
at
to.
some point.
It's going to be at some point. Yeah.
Well, look, everyone did a great job tonight. Again, our chat room. Do you know what I love? It's full of great comments, conversation, love, and no crap. You know, and you guys are smashing it. We adore you, and we couldn't do this show without you.
I love
Sophie,
reading the comments.
Sophie,
Yes, Super Kev.
that could change very quickly tomorrow.
Well, it could.
Because you know it's always game to game, isn't it? The emotion comes out after a game. So
Yeah, I mean, God forbid he puts the wrong player in the wrong position, or he subs someone wrong.
He's
or...
going to start. He's going to start the same. He's going to start the same team he did at Wolves. And if Tierney's fit,
He's not.
I don't think.
he
wouldn't
can't,
blame.
Sophie. He can't start the same team.
Well, I know we've got 2 red cards. Okay, so it's Friday. I'm tired. So Leno can't play and David Luiz can't play. So, well, is Pablo Mari fit? Who's going to play alongside?
Yeah, Pablo Mari was training. He's available.
And what about the goalkeeper? What's his name?
He's available.
Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Yeah, he's available. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good.
Both are available. Yeah.
That's really good. And MK, thank you so much. Hit that like button. We like you. You like us. And if you don't like us, that's okay. Amanda's not going to come around and break your ankles. We're still going to like you. It's all good.
Do you know what? I've been answering as many YouTube comments as I can get. Honestly, they're so funny. They're brilliant. Just keep them
Hello,
coming.
New Jersey,
from
football
New Jersey.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love the Real
Football
Housewives
capital.
of New Jersey. I love
Great
it. I love New
sandwiches in
Jersey.
New Jersey. Great sandwiches in New Jersey. Ireland. Okay, this is the main part of the show. Let us know where you
I
are.
was just about to say,
As we're
tell us where
saying
you
goodnight,
are.
Tell us where you are. We love you guys too.
Keep it coming.
What's your summary, PG? What would you like?
Can I just ask that lady, when she says Ireland, what part does she mean? Because I've had this whole conversation this week. I'm just interested. Sorry, I divert.
God,
you know my brain.
Pizza. New Jersey pizza. Oh my God. Yes.
I've never had New Jersey pizza.
God, I might order a pizza when we wrap the show.
Oh, carbs.
Maybe I should save the pizza order until Super Bowl Sunday. That's my treat. What do you think? Casey?
I asked them in the chat who they fancy for the Super Bowl. Just
Yeah.
Can you do that when I go? Super Bowl.
No, we're all going. He's from Limerick.
We're all going.
Limerick. And also, yeah, who have you guys got in the Super Bowl?
I want the Bucks.
Hold on.
I want
Are you
the
asking me? I don't even
Right.
know what it is.
Do you like Giselle Bundchen, the supermodel?
Not really. No.
Then go for the Chiefs.
Right.
Because
so
her husband's the quarterback for the Bucks.
right. Well, what's the actual names? They're not called the Bucks and the Chiefs, are they?
The Tampa Bay
Tampa
Buccaneers
Bay Buccaneers
and the
Right.
Kansas
City Chiefs.
No, Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going for them. I like the name.
Kansas City Chiefs. You like that?
Kansas City, yeah.
She's just blocked them. She's just done a prediction and she's
yeah, Tampa all the way.
We got Bucks, we got Chiefs, we got England, we've got New Zealand. Look at this. Big up New Zealand. Oh,
Big up New Zealand.
That's Tony and
Love
I's.
that.
We want to go to Australia and New Zealand. That's our first on our list when we can travel
Is
again.
there anyone from Australia here, actually?
We did have someone from Australia. Next Friday on the Fan Forum, we're doing a international. I know we had the States on today, but we're going to do. We've got Egyptian Gooners, Algerian Gooners. We're going to have Australian Gooners. We're going to have Gooners from India, Ghana.
Brilliant.
It's going to be a really fun show. So if you want to participate and you're from South America,
We've just had one.
Yes,
We just had one from Botswana.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that fantastic?
Nice.
love that. We've
Oh,
got
and Harlow in Essex. That's
Hey,
we
brilliant.
got-
Adelaide, Australia.
Look
Australia.
at that.
yes.
Adelaide. Yeah.
My
Juanita.
family's in Adelaide.
Ah.
We've got Algeria here.
Fantastic.
We've got Sweden. We've got Kenya. We love a little bit of Kenya.
We
I
love Virginia. We love
that.
Virginia.
And we've
Wow.
got. I can't keep up. Let's see. Hey, this one's for you. Harlow,
Harlow.
Essex.
Oh, come on,
Botswana.
Essex.
There's that one. There's
Botswana, Essex. We're just so global.
Yeah. Listen, you guys, it's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Antigua. Oh, come on.
I've been there.
yes.
I've been to Antigua. Beautiful.
I've been there. Lovely.
Beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Who doesn't want to be in Antigua right now? What a great week. What a great week for the Highbury squad. PG, this one's for you. Billericay, babe.
Well, I'm not far from Billericay. I'm about 15 minutes. So I think
Isn't there a
Mr.
song about
AFC
Billericay?
won. No.
Isn't there a song about
No.
Billericay?
Billericay.
B for boy, Darren.
Proper Essex.
Now you sent your
Cardiff.
video too late because we already had everything plugged in. But Darren, we will get you on the show next week with your video question. Okay, don't you worry 1 second. So we will have your back covered, Darren.
Nice
Yeah.
one, Darren. Nice
Cardiff.
one.
Been to
Always
Cardiff for a
supports
few
us.
cup
Oh.
finals.
Cardiff's quality.
Cardiff
Quality
is a
place.
good night out, isn't it?
Quality place.
Italia.
Hold on. I think we've got China.
We do.
Oh
and look,
my God.
hold
China.
on 1 second. Nelson Mandela today. We mentioned
Yeah.
South Africa. Come on.
He's offered
Yes,
his
Casey.
beautiful picture.
I love it. I love it.
He handed out all the. Actually, there's
Mike wants to
well,
let us know his honeymoon was in Antigua.
if I find it, I find the picture with the team and
Oh,
Nelson
right,
Mandela
okay.
as well.
Let's do
Yeah.
that.
I went
All
to
right.
the Free Nelson Mandela concert in the 80s. It was my first big concert at Wembley. I don't know if anyone else was there, but we just sung Free Nelson Mandela the whole time. So it
Nice
was
one.
brilliant.
Nice.
That's where I met Richard Gere.
I
I've got
love
a story about
China.
that.
Tony and I
China.
have traveled to China a lot. Tony's a book publisher, and a lot of her stuff is in China and
How do
South
you say
Korea and
that?
Singapore,
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou. But
Guangzhou.
it's pronounced a little bit differently. But we've had some great times in China. We've got
Never
some
been.
great friends in China. Oh my God. Standing on the Great Wall of China was probably one of the most humbling experiences of my life. Unbelievable. Really
Hybrid
was.
squad Hybrid squad goes global.
Oh, come on now. Tanzania, now we've smashed
Oh,
it. I mean,
Honestly, that is just.
I think we'll end it on Tanzania, right?
Oh,
Um,
man.
I love
And we
the fact
have-
that someone in Botswana's watching us.
I know.
Big
it's
up
wonderful.
to Botswana
Listen,
and Billericay.
You guys, we love you. We're always here for you. We're so happy you're enjoying the lockdown series, right, guys?
Big
Let's
time.
hope for a win tomorrow. That's all we want.
Yes.
3 points for the Arsenal. And thank you so much. Now you're teasing us. Stop it with the
The
Seychelles.
Seychelles, oh, beautiful.
Oh, I've
Beautiful.
always wanted to go there.
And
Beautiful.
I think this
Japan.
might be our first Japan. I love
No,
it.
and the put Ireland up before. Now I love Japan. She's saying I love Japan.
I know.
I saw that one. I don't trust that one.
But also, Pramod is
Pramod,
3
yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
Oh my
He's always
God.
listening to
Go
us
to
in
bed,
China.
Pramod.
Go to
It's
bed.
nearly 3 a.m.
He's
Right,
in
we're
bed.
getting it out. We've done
Yeah,
it all.
we're going. Right.
Thank you to everyone who's been listening tonight. 300 plus strong crowd in chat. Thousands and thousands of views this week for our shows. We can't begin to thank you enough. I'm going to hand it over now to Kevin and Amanda, and then we'll close the show. That's it. I'm ready to go.
Oh, you know, handed it over to me because I'll pass it to her down there.
To me. Thank you, everyone. Honestly, what a brilliant week. And if you didn't catch last night's show with Soph and Kev going down memory lane, you have to watch it. And the refs on there as well, which is brilliant. Thanks for joining us. We will be back as soon as we can. But as always, Arsenal.
Wait, I didn't click it. Do it again. A mistake.
Right.
Oh, take 2.
Right. Thank you for joining us. We're going now. Always Arsenal.